Hi YouTube, big thank you to everybody who's rated, subscribed, commented, added me as a friend. I deeply appreciate all of you for taking time out to interact with me in some way. Today's topic is going to be love. Now there's lots and lots of different types of love, as we all know. For instance, the love you have for a family member. They might get on your pip from time to time, but you defend them to the death because you love them. There's the type of love you have for a movie or a book or a piece of music, you know. If you're on a desert island, you'd want to take that with you. Or the love you have for a pet. We all remember our first pets, don't we, YouTubers? I had 2 goldfish called Sammy and Spotty. Looking back at now, I think they were gay goldfish because they lived together in the little bowl and they're both men. Or maybe they're both girls. I don't know. How do you sex a fish? And I don't mean sex a fish. I mean, how do you discover if they're boys or girls? Anyway, moving on. Yeah, because you love them, you feed them, you take care of them, you wash them, you take them for walks. Not goldfish, but you know, dogs. You take them to the vet when they're ill. You cry when they die. It's that kind of love. I want to talk today about the love that doesn't get returned. The love that turns you into the craziest psycho in the universe. I was like that once. I was younger, so much younger than today, and I met this individual and my life was instantly changed. I thought, this is it. I understand all the love stories now because I found it. Boy, was I wrong. I turned into a psycho stalky lady. I was, you know the kind of, you phone them a million times a day and you end up getting your phone number blocked from their phone number. You email them a billion times a day and you end up getting your email blocked. You check their Facebook every 30 seconds in case they've updated some status that might actually remotely mention you. You drive past their house a billion times a day to see if they're home. You send stuff to their house because you think they'll like it. It's on some subconscious level, you know what I'm talking about, YouTube, because some of you will have been there, and some of you will have been there from the other side as well. You've had some crazy nut job constantly haranguing you 24/7 because they want you to love them back. I tell you how deep this is. I tell you how far it's run. I'm not going into specifics because it's not fair on the other person. They might not get to see this and they might not get to have their say. And also, it could actually apply to more than one person, and I don't want people fighting over who was I more scarier with. That's not fair on you. So if you think you know who you are, you might not be who I'm talking about. So please don't get excited and jump up and down in your seat and go, how dare she talk about me, because I might not actually technically be talking about you. So just let me get to the end of the video before you start making your big comments of how dare you drag me into your sick, twisted YouTube life. How dare you use me as an example? I'm not naming names, and I'm not saying specific times and dates in my life. But what I will say is I was very scary. I was very stalker-like. I lost friends over it. I lost a lot of sleep over it. And I did some crazy things that made me look very, very silly. And it's actually spanned into my adult life. Or my life as it is now, adult life. I was perusing a website. Again, I'm not going to say what website because, again, that could link this person into what I'm talking about. But it was a networking site, and on all the networking sites that I am on at the moment, it is clear, very clear, that I am married and I'm only here looking for friends. on all of the networking sites that I might be attached to, which are varied. And what it is I had randomly typed this person's name into the search engine and they popped up. They were the top 5 suggestions. And for a giggle, and it was a giggle at the time, because I've got into contact with lots of people from my past, and it's actually gone quite nicely. You know, hey, how are you? I see how you're doing. Oh, look at you. Oh, you do this now for a living. That's amazing. And look at me. And, you know, and I just, you know, check out my YouTube videos. I've been telling that to a lot of people. Go watch me on YouTube. Back to the point. Let's not ramble here. So I clicked add. Didn't really think too much of it. Just, yeah, why not? You know, I'm talking to lots of people from my past. It all seemed harmless enough. And my invitation was declined. Not only was it declined, I was blocked. That individual must still be very wary of me. And on some level, I don't blame them, because you just never ever know. Again, if you've recently been asked to add me on somewhere and you're watching this and you've blocked me, again, don't think it's just you, because it's happened more than once. And that means the rest of you sitting there scratching your head going, oh my god, she's a bit of a nutcase. I am harmless now. Back then, woo, but now I promise I'm harmless. I really am. But my message today, with the topic of love, is this: any two people can have love, and as long as it's love which is shared, that comes with respect, understanding, admiration, and is given and received in exactly the same fashion, then there's nothing wrong with it. If you find yourself at one end of the relationship and you're either giving too much, or the individual that you're in the relationship with is a bit too full on for you, you have to be honest with yourself and you have to be honest with each other, because it ruins relationships, it ruins lives, and it gets carried on into the future, and it's not healthy. But I'm going to leave you with a little phrase or saying. I've adapted it because I am truly in the belief that any two people can share love, adult love. I'm talking about feelings and emotions, not physical love. No one person is worth your tears, and the one person that is will never make you cry. Toodles.